Let's review. The fourth dimension is everything that moves through time and exists in more than one moment at once, such as sound waves, for instance. All types of waves, in fact, and frequencies, electrons. Hey, this must mean that we do actually exist in the fourth dimension, whether we perceive it or not. We are multidimensional beings, after all. There's a lot more to it, and we can explore it some more. For now, let's move on. First, an exercise in activating the part in our brain that allows our consciousness to jump from one dimension to the other. There are infinite things to say and do with regards to sacred geometry, along with this G that is formed in the center. Notice that as the line is extended outwards, it becomes a 2D spiral, and also a 3D cube. Let your mind wander along the shape and in between dimensions and see where it takes you. Now, as I was saying, the fourth dimension exists in constant fluctuation through time and space. Therefore, in this universe, even flat objects and straight lines can also exist in the fourth dimension, and it's quite hard to find what doesn't exist in 3D. Now, the fifth dimension is what exists within time and space. It is the point just before it all becomes inverted. Think black holes, singularity. So I represent it simply as a point, see? What is the axis involved here? Well, I would call it an equal and opposite axis against all the axes I mentioned before, x, y, z, and time, which can be achieved via electromagnetism. Nassim Haramein, at 9 years of age, was onto something when he rebelled against his geometry teacher, who tried to tell him that a point is dimension 0 and that it doesn't exist. On his bus ride home, he proceeded to have an interesting experience where he learned through his own intuition that a point is actually quite important. In fact, everything is made of infinite points, and the point is made of everything. There are two lessons here. First, it is so very important to be in touch with ourselves to such a level where we listen to our own intuition. Remember that. And second, the point is indeed the fifth dimension, singularity, which theoretically is found in the center of a black hole. But wait, black holes can be found in everything as well, according to Haramein. So how do we reach the fifth dimension? Maybe we don't need to travel into space. Instead, we might just need to travel within ourselves to find this obscure dimension and experience singularity, don't you think? I like the way someone explained it to me recently. We perceive things in 2D when we open just one eye. In order to see in 3D, we must use both eyes so we can perceive depth, i.e. space, volume. So to perceive the fourth dimension, we must also use our third eye. Makes sense, right? It does to me, especially since I've experienced it. So I ask myself, what will it take for me to perceive the fifth dimension? I'm thinking that part of the process is to open you up. Follow? Maybe that's why Bob Marley would say I and I when he meant we, you and me, all of us. Next time, I will discuss some ways to activate your third eye, and hopefully this can help you experience the fourth dimension a little easier and possibly even reach singularity. Till then,